welcome back, everybody. Now, Michigan State was fresh off a huge win over Oregon last weekend, and they look to continue that momentum at home against Air Force.
Man, we focused on those guys from back in spring ball, and then through fall camp, focused on them, and of course got to today.
We went 3 and out on the first series defensively, and got a score on the first series, so started the game very fast.
What we talked about in our keys to victory on defense was to get turnovers, and that was great to see RJ run up and score a touchdown. That guy, that ball finds him for some kind of way. He finds that ball, man, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I've always thought Aaron Burbage is an outstanding receiver, and we've had a lot of good receivers here. He's been playing since he's been a true freshman. He's had big plays here in the past, but he had an outstanding game. And what he does is he makes those 50-50 catches, those difficult catches, those acrobatic catches. People are hanging on him. He's making the play. Right? But I said more importantly, I just want the guys down there. I want guys to compete. I don't care if he misses a kick. I don't care if we don't punt right. I don't care. I don't care if we miss a tackle. I care that we compete. That's all I'm concerned about. You come and you compete.
The Spartans notched another impressive win at home, but this time, give credit to Aaron Burbage and the aerial attack for making all the difference here. Air Force was able to shut down the run today, but the speed on the Spartan offense was too much for the Falcons to handle, and they would come out with a win.
That's a tradition. Players go down and listen to their fight song, so we wanted to do that out of respect for them and what they mean to this country.
All right, the Spartans win that one 35-21, and thanks to Ole Miss's upset over previously ranked number 2 Alabama, Michigan State jumped TCU and is now ranked second behind the other Big Ten East powerhouse, Ohio. Now, the last time Michigan State found themselves in this spot, it was 1966. Just a couple days ago.
It was.
Now, after the game, tight ends coach Jim Bowman was concerned at their ability to run the ball, but was happy that the Spartans found success through the air.
We could have recognized some things better, could have blocked some things better, could have read some holes a little bit better. We have to improve, but did we expect it to be that tough? No. We'd like to have a little more balance on that. That we'd like to have a good deal of that. But thankfully today was a day we could throw the ball effectively at times when we needed to, and had we not been able to, it would have been tough.
But let's talk some more football. Now let's head over to Mason, who hosted the Hazlitt Vikings this past Friday. The Vikings started the game off slow, but the defense kept them in the game despite a scoreless first half of plays like this interception right here. Fast forward to the second half, and the boys finally got on the board with this nifty run by quarterback Jake Dehaney. Now the fourth quarter, and both teams started to wear down, and this is also when Hazlitt started to get some momentum, as who else but Jake Dehaney takes off for his second rushing touchdown of the afternoon to bring it to a one-score game. The Vikings would find Pater once more and recover the onside kick, but they would turn the ball over on downs and were not able to win the game. After the game, Mason coach Van Havel talked about how hard it is to prepare for a player like Dehaney.
We told our kids we're going to try to emulate him in practice, but we knew we really couldn't. We did the best we could, and you get out there live, it's a different look, and he's just really good. He's a good football player, and they're a good team. Charlie coached him well.
Dehaney and the Vikings welcomed in the undefeated DeWitt Panthers October 2nd at 7 p.m. And if it wasn't overstated enough, my player of the game is quarterback Jake Dehaney. Right. Chris, you talked about this young man last week, and with plays like what we're seeing right now, it's hard not to. It's one thing to be entertaining, but it's another to also be successful as well. I can't really explain how he does some of the things that he does, be it in the air or on the ground, but Dehaney gives you a chance to win every game, and in my opinion, that's essentially what the quarterback's job should be. I wouldn't rule out the Vikings going forward in any other game, maybe not completely. Let's start off with some Okemos football. Now, they are primed and ready for this upcoming season. This past month, they had one of their last camps of the season, and they started it off with a little 7-on-7 passing action.
Football is played in the fall, but games are won in the dog days of the summer.
Overall, I think our kids just did a tremendous job with some energy, some passion. It's been a long day with our camp going on and in the heat, and our kids came out tonight. I thought just played really well, worked hard, had a little enthusiasm, caught the ball pretty well, so we did a lot of nice things tonight. Yeah, 3 or 4 interceptions, and once again, I think that a lot of it is this progression through the summer. We're getting better each and every time we've gone out. This is our last one, our number 7. Our defensive backs have made tremendous strides each week in getting better and getting to the ball, breaking, reading the quarterback, reading the routes, doing a great job.
The last time we saw Chieftains play ball, it was freezing cold, and they were unfortunately losing their last game and playoff game of the year to Flint Carman Ainsworth. Today was a little bit different, though. The team had a spark. It had an energy. It was exciting. The defensive backs flying around. Multiple interceptions by the defense. The offense looked good. They rotated quarterbacks, rotated players in and out, and they were able to make some plays. Chaz Richardson, again, top to bottom, good player. Looks like he's made huge strides this summer. I'm looking forward to see what he's got coming into the fall.
Chaz Richardson, I don't know if there's a better player around right now. He's had a great summer. He's just been phenomenal on both sides of the ball. He's caught a ton of passes, his breaks up passes, interceptions. I think he's really done well this summer. He'll perform whether it's running, passing, throwing. He's special.
In Okemos, Chance McBride, Home TV.
Now, Chaz was also a standout player on the Okemos Hoops team. We've talked about him many and plenty of times, and you can be sure you'll be seeing more of him as we get further into the fall.
Yes, sir. If you're going to play a sport, even if it's badminton, it's going to have some risk.
Well, if you want to talk about something risky, Chris,
yeah,
the round 3 portion of cheerleading. Are you familiar with this?
It's intense.
This is where they throw people in the air. Now, the DeWitt cheer team had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase their skills in a completely different country. I caught up with the ladies the morning they left, and it was an excited scene, to say the least. Champions don't happen overnight, and neither do all-expense-paid trips to Japan.
I was asked last December. I was brought into the office, into the conference room where the administrators and some Japanese people were, and said, would you like to go to Japan and take the team? I was floored. Just, I think I had goosebumps all the way through my body. I mean, how many kids or girls, cheerleaders, have that chance to go to another country and show what they love to do, the sport that they love, the sport that they work so hard at?
17 of the girls from the team will be making the trip along with their 2 coaches and Japanese teacher who will act as their translator. Day 1 of their send-off event gave the girls a chance to show off the skills they'll be showcasing overseas.
Stunting, across cheerleading, we're known for stunting in our round 3, so that's the round we'll be performing in Japan, so we're excited.
Parents and family members of the DeWitt cheer team headed out very early this morning just to see the girls off and wish them good luck as they head off to the 39th annual All Japan High School Cultural Festival. Before the team left, a memorial balloon was released for Bill Wilkinson, father of Ashley Wilkinson and an avid fan of all things DeWitt. The girls will be in Japan for the next 10 days to sightsee and to put their skills on display for the entire country of Japan. In DeWitt, Chance McBride, Home TV. And next week, we're going to check back in with the DeWitt girls to see how their trip to Japan went, see if we can get some footage from the festival and everything like that.
That might be tough footage to get a hold of, though, Chance.
But we're all access sports. We can do anything. Today was media day for the Cotton Bowl, and both teams managed to lighten up the mood and show a little bit of a different side than we've been seeing all week. Even though we are only a day or 2 away from the game, the recent signing of Coach Harbaugh at Michigan still managed to find its way down to Texas.
Where are you from? I'm from Michigan. Okay. So, maybe your perception of what's happening in Texas is not the same as what's in the state of Texas. In the state of Texas, we kind of deal with reality, and the reality of the last 2 or 3 years is that we've had one more dominant program in the state. So, when we sneeze, it's people saying
Over the course of the week, the players have been asked many questions regarding the game and the surrounding hype, but when I asked the players to assign family roles to their fellow position players, they took the topic and ran with it. Even Baylor's Sean Oakman opened up a little bit.
Bo would be the daddy.
Okay.
Bo would be the daddy, and I'd be the wild kid. I'd be the kid. I'd be the kid out the group.
The best response, though, came from who else but Shalik Calhoun.
I'm dad automatically. I'm great granddad. I'm just, I'm the oldest one out of there. I'll give dad to Joel Heath. Joel's probably the dad. I'll give. Who am I gonna give? I'm gonna give. Hey, Coop, come here, bro. Come here.
Is Marcus Rush father time then?
No. Marcus Rush's mom, because all he does is complain, cry like a little girl. So we talking about if we in the house right now, who dad, who mom, who great grandson. For me, I said I'm granddad.
I'm the these are my kids.
Nah. He the grandson. He the grandson, the great grandson.
That's my nephew. I'm popping something.
Nah. if he pops, I'm granddad. I taught him. I'm teaching him to teach the rest.
My son, you know, I done did everything already, so
Here we go.
No, this part, he teach me everything.
I don't let him talk too much because he's starting to lose his mind a little bit and starting to think he, granddad. But he's still son. He's still son. He learning. He getting taught. No, but I would say definitely the grandson of Malik and the great grandson is Sweat. Great grandson is Craig Evans. We gave him a little too much porridge though, so he getting a little chunky, But we gonna get him down. We gonna get him down. We gonna get him right.
The show wasn't done just yet, as Matt Maxud came out of nowhere with some of his best impersonations of players, coaches, and figures in the world of college football.
Well, I don't know about Michigan State and Baylor, but that Notre Dame team, I swear that's No, Lou, we're talking about Baylor, Michigan State, but Notre Dame, I think, is in the national championship. Aren't they? They're in the national championship? I think so. But I tell you what, that Connor Cook, man, that guy can throw the ball as far as more than mountains over there. He can throw that ball real far.
Reporting from Jerry's World at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. For ESPN 100.9 FM, I'm Chance McBride. What a game and what a season for this Michigan State Spartan team that doesn't know how to quit. Despite falling down early by a huge deficit, they managed to claw their way back, block a field goal, and score the game-winning touchdown with around 17 seconds left. When did you know?
Something was in my head telling me that I was gonna make a play, but I didn't know when I was gonna make a play. I didn't know like when the play would occur. I didn't know what quarter or how the situation would be.
When the play was called, did you think you were gonna get open? Did you know?
Once I knew that the cornerback was sitting outside, I knew that the ball was coming my way.
Stadium for the Cotton Bowl. I'm Chance McBride, ESPN 100.9 FM.